Immunization aims to prevent infectious diseases, particularly in children, yet religious and cultural views continue to be a barrier to immunization in Nigeria. Some parents believe that cultural beliefs are against routine immunization, but research has found that this is a fiction and that parents are afraid of losing their children. The World Health Organization has appealed to immunize 33 million children between 2023 and 2025 to meet the global immunization targets. According to WHO, 6.2 million Nigerian children did not receive any routine immunization between 2019 and 2022 due to the pandemic's detrimental impacts. Despite health authorities' repeated call for immunization, many Nigerian children have only gotten 1 or 2 shots, with some receiving none at all due to their parents' cultural view or habits. While commemorating the 2023 immunization, health professionals emphasize the importance of full participation from all key stakeholders, calling on parents and caregivers to take their children to the nearest center for routine immunization. They also discussed the necessity for competent authorities to raise awareness in order to avoid children who miss their immunization schedules for suffering vaccine-preventable diseases. Dr. Las Eze, a public health expert, spoke to journalists after the meeting and advocated for increased financing for pharmaceutical companies' research and development, saying that Nigeria is overdue in producing its own vaccines.
It's long overdue for Nigeria to revive local vaccine production. Over 30 years ago, we were producing yellow fever vaccine. We have a facility in Lagos, Yaba specifically, for this. And in the past few years, the discussion has come up again. The Federal Ministry of Health signed MOU with May and Baker. There's this bio-vaccine group, So the Nigerian Medical Institute of Medical Research, NIMR, also is involved, and there must be sustainable funding for research and development. So we need much more research. We need much create enabling environments for the pharmaceutical companies to begin to do this. We have more than 100 pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria, and what some of them will tell you that even for the regular drugs they produce, that because of the environment and many other issues, that it's even cheaper to import drugs from other countries than it is to make it here. That people who are importing are making much more profit than those who are producing. So all the barriers has to be removed, because vaccine production in Nigeria is not just a health issue, it's an economic issue.
Chukwu Ekene Innocent, an advocacy campaign manager for Save the Children project, spoke on the consequences of unvaccinated children.
When a child is not fully immunized, that child becomes a problem to other children. So the message we have is that families, we have messages at different levels. For the families, they should do everything possible to present their children for immunization. And then for government, it's for them to be able to ensure that the funding is available, the logistics and challenges are sorted out, the cold chain challenges are sorted out, and that the health workers are properly trained to administer all of these vaccines.
Innocent also warned the next government to guarantee the health budget is evidence-based. He also advocates for the installation of solar panels in all sites where vaccination are manufactured or stored.
The new government, as they come in at federal, at state, and at local government, they should realize that the health is wealth. They should ensure that they budget properly. And what we mean by budgeting properly is using evidence to budget. When you don't budget with evidence, there will be a lot of mistakes. For instance, immunization, we need to use data to be able to ensure that the funding to procure the vaccines. So that is very important. So until we do that, it will be difficult for us to say that we are making progress as a country. So we want the incoming government at different levels to commit to this, resolve the logistics challenges, and improve and reduce the number of zero-dose children that are spread all over the country.